Okay, so I'm going to go through question 9, which says the point AB is transformed by this right here. If the image of AB is 0, 0, then AB is which of these options? Now in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this both by hand and how to use your calculator as well. So stay till the very end to see both ways. Let me first talk about how you can do this by hand. We're going to start off by writing down what this tells us. This tells us right here that x dash is going to be equal to a half x minus a half, and my y dash is going to be negative 2y minus 2. Now we know what we're doing is we're starting with a point xy, we're then transforming it and arriving at a new point x dash y dash. This right here is called my pre-image, and the pre-image becomes the image. Now we have been told that the image of AB is 0, 0. So that means the image is 0, 0, and the pre-image is just the point AB. So AB is being changed to 0, 0. Now, here we have to recognize is that what this is telling me is that my x dash is equal to 0. So let me write that down. My x dash is equal to 0. And my y dash is equal to 0 as well. And what we also know is that x dash is equal to this. So I can come here and instead of writing x dash, I can write that as a half x minus a half. And I know that my y dash is equal to this right here. So I can get rid of this and I can write negative 2y minus 2. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve both of these. So this right here is going to be a half x equals a half, therefore x is going to be equal to 1, and over here it's going to be negative 2y is equal to 2, therefore my y is going to be equal to negative 1. So this is the important part now. What we have just discovered is x equals 1. Let me get a bigger highlighter here. We've got x equals 1, so that's giving me that x right there, and we know that that x is the a. And we also found that y is equal to negative 1, which is this right there, which is the same as this. So we have just figured out what my point AB is going to be. What it's going to be is 1, negative 1. And that is option E right there, 1, negative 1. Now there is a way to do this on your CAS calculator. So let me show you that way as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. I'm going to come here. And we're going to solve, so menu, algebra, solve. Then I'm going to get a matrix like this. And I'm just going to put in this information. So I'm just really copying this thing out here. So it's going to be a half, 0, negative 2, 0. And now, instead of putting x and y, we know that that is the same thing as just a and b. That's our pre-image, what we're applying the transformation to. So I'm just going to put that in like this. A, B, and then I'm plussing onto that this part right here, this, which is going to be negative a half, negative 2, and we know that that is going to be equal to my image, which is going to be 0, 0. So we know that to be true. Now what we want to do is solve that for a and b. We close that off, and we're going to get a is equal to 1 and b is equal to negative 1, which is going to be e. So I think this is probably the quicker way to do it, to get your answer, but hopefully this had made sense and you can see both ways of approaching the problem. We might just go now into a little bit more detail of how we could double check what we have done is correct. If we know that we're starting with 1, negative 1, and I might do this vertically down the page, so let me just kind of, what we're doing now, if you wanted to, if you did this by hand, you could kind of check your answer. If we're starting with 1 and negative 1, and then we look here, this is telling us that we're going to make my x a half. We're timing that by a half. This negative 2 is telling me that this right here is going to become positive 2. This negative a half is telling me to subtract negative a half from this right here, which is going to be 0. And then finally, this negative 2 is telling me to subtract that by 2, which is going to be 0. And you can see right there, I get 0, 0. So that's a basic way of checking what you've done. Okay, so we've kind of gone in depth into lots of different ways of approaching this problem. Of course, you are being conscious of time, so you want to do this as quickly as possible. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. Before I let you go, let's just quickly look here at the examiner's report. What question is this? This is question 9. And as you can see, question 9 is the answer, in which 57% of the state got that. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.